everyone, welcome back to another video on chapter Animal Kingdom. Today on Biophilia we would be starting a new phylum, that is Echinodermata. If you like our efforts and wish to help us to reach out many more, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our amazing channel Biophilia. स्टार्टिंग अ न्यू फाइलम का नाम जानना ज़रूरी है, दैट इज़ एकाइनोडर्मेटा. अब एकाइनोडर्मेटा हम पढ़ रहे हैं, बट इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है? एकाइनोडर्मेटा इज गोइंग टू लिटरली मीन स्पाइनी और प्रिकी स्किन्ड ऑर्गेनिजम्स. यानी ये फाइलम जो है, इसमें जो भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स इंक्लूड होंगे, all of them are going to have some spiny appearance. उनके आउटर जो सरफेस है, आउटर सरफेस पे these are going to have various number of spines or ossicles, जिसकी वजह से these are going to look spiny. और ये सारे ऑर्गेनिजम्स के बारे में अगर आपको जानना है, then you need to completely view this video so that you have a very good knowledge about these echinodermata organisms. So let's get ahead without wasting any more time. So about echinoderms, तो सबसे पहले हमको उन्हें कहाँ मिलना है? So you are going to see these echinoderms exclusively in marine conditions. Exclusively marine because they will never ever be found in fresh water. वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ marine habitats में मिलेंगे, वो कोई rivers, ponds या ऐसी जगहों पे नहीं, seas and oceans के depths में मिलेंगे. These are not going to be parasites, किसी का खून नहीं चूसेंगे. These are not going to absorb any nutrition from other living organism. वो अपने ऊपर independent है. So these are going to be free living forms of organisms. These are going to have organ system level of organization. So organ system है. So this was also seen for the first time in this phylum कि organ system develop हुआ है, that many organs which had similar type of functions, they all grouped together and form the organ system. अब अगर सिमेट्री की बात करें, then सिमेट्री दो टाइप्स की मिलती है, that is radial and bilateral. So adult जो stage होता है, adult stage will have radial symmetry. That means it can be divided in any plane to have similar parts. And जो childhood stage, like you can say the larval stage जो होगा, it will be bilaterally symmetrical. That means it will be having only one plane which can give you left and right halves of the body. So in a way you can say जो larva होगा, that larva is going to be much more advanced than the adults. So larva यानी जो उनका previous stage है before getting into adult form, that is much more developed. So you can say instead of having progress in their life cycle, they are regretting. So these are not going to have progress, क्योंकि इसके पहले जो भी life cycles we saw about, उनमें क्या था, larva was going to be little bit lesser advanced and the adults are going to be having all the advanced characteristics. but यहाँ पे उल्टा हो जाएगा, larva is much more having advanced characteristics, and because of such reasons we are going to say that this type of life cycle or this type of development जहाँ पे larva is much more advanced, much more developed, then that we call it as a retrogressive development. यानी larva ज़्यादा better habitats या better conditions है उनके पास, and the adult lifestyle do not have those things. So that is a retrogressive development. Now these organisms being later in the phylums, so these are going to be diploblastic, they are going to be coelomate. और coelom भी कौन सा, they will have enterocoelom. So enterocoelom will start from echinoderms. उसके पहले जो हमने phylum पढ़ा, that was about mollusks. So mollusk में कौन से था, it was going to be schizocoelomate. So schizocoelomate और enterocoelomates में क्या difference है, you can go and check out the first video on this chapter and link will be provided down in the description box. You can go and check the difference between schizocoelomate and the एंटेरोसीलोमेट ऑर्गेनिजम्स। अब अगर इनकी बॉडी को नोटिस करोगे, देन दिस बॉडी इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी सेगमेंटेड, यानी उनके पास आर्थ्रोपोड्स या एनालिड्स जैसा कोई भी सेगमेंटेशन नहीं होगा। एंड इफ यू सी दिस ब्यूटिफुल फोटोग्राफ्स, यू कैन ऑल्सो आइडेंटिफाई फ्रॉम दैट कि इनके पास होगा रेडियल सिमेट्री. सो दीज आर नथिंग बट गोइंग टू बी द एडल्ट स्टेज ऑफ echinoderms. So moving ahead with some more characteristics. So here we go. So about body form जो होगा, it is going to be different types of shapes that can be found. So body shape can vary from star like shape है, so you can call it, or example होगा starfish. And it is also important to remember that starfish is not a fish, यानी नॉट अ फिश वाले एग्जाम्पल्स को याद रखना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लाइक वी सॉ इन आर्थ्रोपोड्स अबाउट सिल्वर फिश विच इज नॉट अ फिश. मोलुस्का में भी हमने देखा दैट अबाउट डेविल फिश, दैट इज ऑक्टोपस, इट इज नॉट अ फिश. कटल फिश इज नॉट अ फिश. स्टार फिश इज ऑल्सो नॉट अ fish. So ये सारे examples को याद रखना is important because it can be asked in finding out the odd man out or incorrect pair. उन सब चीज़ों के लिए this is going to be very important. Then body shape अगर globe like है, that is it is circular, then you can be calling it as an example for sea urchin. Okay, globe like है तो you can have the example sea urchin. और अगर cylindrical body है, then you will have the example of sea cucumbers. So even you must have heard about these sea types common names. So sea urchin, sea cucumber, sea lilies, all these are going to be the examples coming from the phylum इकाइनोडर्मेटा. अब हमने जो सेकेंड फाइलम पढ़ा था दैट वाज अबाउट निडेरियंस. निडेरियंस में भी हमने कुछ सी से स्टार्ट होने वाले एग्जांपल्स पढ़े थे. सो यू शुड नॉट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड बिटवीन दिस सी अर्चिन इज आइदर निडेरियन और इज इट गोइंग टू बी मोलस्क और इज इट गोइंग टू बी इकाइनोडर्म. सो ये कॉमन नेम्स भी याद रखना ज़रूरी है बिकॉज दे कैन आस्क यू टू फाइंड आउट द ऑड मैन आउट. सो रिमेंबर देम. So body forms को अगर आपको visualize करना है, so these beautiful photographs can help you to understand how the body forms are going to differ. Now if you generally see the body form that is most commonly seen, वो होता है star shaped. So star like होगा, it is going to have pentamerous radial symmetry. Pentamerous, penta is going to mean that is 5. सो यहाँ पे इफ़ यू कैन सी इन द स्टार लाइक बॉडी, वहाँ पे आपको नज़र आएगा दैट यू आर गोइंग टू हैव 5 आर्म्स. सो फर्स्ट, सेकेंड, थर्ड, fourth and fifth, these 5 arms are going to give you nothing but the pentamerous symmetry. So if you cut this 5 arms, each arm is going to be similar. So this is nothing but these are going to be arranged along the 5 axes, और उसकी वजह से हम उसको बोलेंगे pentamerous radial symmetry. अब इनका जो skeleton होता है या इनका जो body है, उसके ऊपर you are going to have calcareous ossicles. Calcareous ossicles जो है, these are going to form the endoskeleton. Endoskeleton क्यों बोला है? Because it is going to be overlined by the skin and it is going to give the spiny appearance to the echinoderms. Now spiny, that means spiny का echinoderms are literally going to mean that is spiny organisms. So spiny क्यों होता है? Because of the calcareous ossicles which are nothing but forming the endoskeleton. So that was about the body form of these organisms. Now about a very important topic, that is characteristic of echinoderms, that is presence of water vascular system. The water vascular system is going to be the most distinctive feature of echinoderms. So if you remember about a similar name, that was water canal system. So if you revise all these phylums, आपको याद होगा one more name, that is water canal system. और वाटर कैनाल सिस्टम किसके पास होता है? वाटर कैनाल सिस्टम इज गोइंग टू बी सीन इन पॉरीफेरेंस. and water vascular system kaha hoga? It will be seen in the echinoderms. So you should not get confused between water canal system and water vascular system. So both are going to be different. So water vascular is distinctive feature of echinoderms. अब ये water vascular system क्या करता है? It is going to have various stages, that is tubes that are going to connect, and these are going to have various functions. So first हम देखेंगे कि उसका structure कैसा है, how the system actually functions, and then water vascular system किस कामों में help करता है, that we will see in the next slide. So water vascular system, the first important point जहाँ से वो start होगा, so start कहाँ से होगा? It will start from a mandriporate. यहाँ पे एक pore होगा. So if you can notice over here in the diagram that you are going to have a mandriporite. This mandriporite is going to be the place जहाँ से water for the first time is going to enter. So यहाँ पे surrounding में water होगा. Water will enter through this particular opening. So this particular opening जो red से अभी highlight किया, there you are going to have the place from where the sea water will enter. अब sea water जब ये pore से enter करेगा, it will go to the stone canal. Where it will go? It will go to the stone canal. So सबसे पहले कहाँ गया? सबसे पहले गया to the mandriporite. Second went to the stone canal. अब stone canal से जब वो water pass होगा, it is going to go and attach to another canal, that is ring canal. So ring canal is going to be the third canal under the water vascular system. So now if you can notice over here, अभी जो yellow से if you can see, the yellow colored part is nothing but going to be your ring canal. अब ये ring canal जो है वो center में होगा, and now from here all the parts of the arm, यानी जो 5 arms थे, वो 5 के 5 arms को you are going to supply this water. So now it needs to go in a radial direction. How it needs to go? It needs to go in the radial direction. So radial direction में जाने के लिए what canal do you need? You are going to need radial canal. So ring canal से जाएगा into the radial canals, that is the fourth part. अब radial canals कहाँ है? Radial canals are these. So which are going to be shown in green. These are nothing but your radial canals जो 5 arms में जाएंगी, and these 5 arms are going to get their particular water. So these going into the 5 arms are nothing but your radial canals. अब radial canals के बाद you can see some small little canals which will go in the lateral direction. अब lateral direction में जाएंगे, that means these are lateral canals, and these lateral canals will be the fifth part of the water vascular system. So lateral canals कहाँ है? Lateral canals are these small little blue lines that I am trying to show. So these blue lines are nothing but going to be the lateral canals. So अब lateral canals हो गए. lateral canals से अब कहाँ जाएगा? lateral canals से they will go into the little smaller canals which are going to make the tube feeds. So if you come to the top of the diagram, you are going to see that there is ampulla, podium and sucker. These are going to form the tube feed. और ये ट्यूब फीड जो होंगे, this is going to make the sixth component of the water vascular system. अब ये ट्यूब फीड्स जो होते हैं, the tube feeds are going to be arranged in double rows. So if you can notice over here, this is going to be the first row and this is going to be the second row. So first and second row alternately these will be placed, and this will form the arrangement of tube feeds. अब tube feeds जो है, these tube feeds are going to distinguished into 3 regions. 3 regions कौन से है? First region is going to be the circular rounded ampulla. So rounded ampulla के बाद आएगा the middle section, that is a bit tubular, that is called as podium, and then there will be a cup shaped structure which is going to have suction वो suction की मदद से there is going to be attachment purposes. So if you can see over here the little diagram, the yellow part is going to be your ampulla, then the lower green part is going to be podium, and the last one, the cup shaped, the lower one is going to be the cup shaped sucker, and this sucker is going to have suction for the attachment purposes. So that was about the water vascular system. After the understanding of structure of water vascular system, अब देखते हैं the functions of water vascular system. So first of all it is going to act like a circulatory system, क्योंकि इनके पास इतने सारे tubes है that is flowing all over the body, so it can be used as a circulatory system so that there is a continuous flow of water in and out of the body. अब इनके जो मेन 3 फंक्शंस हैं दैट इंक्लूड लोकोमोशन, कैप्चर एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ फूड एंड रेस्पिरेशन. सो अब ये लोकोमोशन में कैसे हेल्प करेगा? सो लोकोमोशन में देर आर गोइंग टू बी दीज ट्यूब फीट्स. सो ये जो ट्यूब फीट होते हैं, द ट्यूब फीट इज गोइंग टू मूव द वाटर आउट ऑफ द बॉडी. सो इतने सारे ट्यूब फीड जब अल्टरनेटली वाटर रिलीज करते हैं, दीज आर गोइंग टू रिलीज एक्ट ऑन द न्यूटन्स थर्ड लॉ. सो जब ये पानी ये साइड से बाहर जाएगा, the water going out, then what will happen? There will be in the opposite direction movement will occur. So in that same way there is going to be locomotion because of the water in and out from the body, और water जो है वो पानी ट्यूब फीड से बाहर आएगा. so tube feeds are going to help in locomotion. फिर कैप्चर एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ फूड, अगेन यू आर गोइंग टू हैव ट्यूब फीड्स. सो ट्यूब फीड के पास होता है सक्शन. सो देयर माइट बी सम हुक्स इन योर हाउस, वो प्लास्टिक के हुक्स जिसके पीछे से सक्शन रबर कप्स होते हैं, दैट यू आर गोइंग टू अटैच इट टू अ स्मूथ प्लेन सरफेस, फॉर एग्जाम्पल टाइल्स और मिरर्स पे जो आप चिपकाते हो. सो ऑल दैट सक्शन कप्स, सेम वे दीज ट्यूब फीड्स आर गोइंग टू हैव दो सक्शन कप्स, और वो सक्शन कप्स अपने प्रे के ऊपर जाके चिपक जाएंगे, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट सक्शन द प्रे विल नॉट बी एबल टू गेट आउट, और फिर वो जो आर्म्स है दैट आर्म्स विल प्रोसीड टुवर्ड्स द माउथ एंड द प्रे विल बी ईटन. Then about respiration, tube feeds जो होते हैं, those tube feeds are going to have a very thin walls. Because of the thin walls, these are going to have the characteristics like alveoli. तो alveoli में क्या था? thin walls थे, single cell layer था. Because of that exchange of gases was possible. So exchange of gases होता है, that means respiration can also occur, so it will be equivalent to the gills. Now about the process of digestion. Echinoderms में digestion के लिए first of all you need to understand what sort of nutrition they would be going. So they would be having carnivorous type of nutrition. So वो दूसरे छोटे छोटे organisms जो होंगे they will eat those, and they will have holozoic type of nutrition. Now about the alimentary canal, वो complete होगी. So the openings will be separate for anus and mouth. So जो openings है, that is mouth and anus, the mouth will be on the ventral side, that will be the facing to the ground, that is ventral, and anus will be on the dorsal side which will face the sky. So dorsal is going to face the sky, facing sky, and the ventral surface will be facing ground. So mouth या ventral surface जो होगा that will be facing the ground, and sky पे कौन होगा? anus होगा. So whatever the figure you are seeing over here, that figure is going to show the dorsal surface of the starfish, because anus is going to be present, that means it is the dorsal surface. So one more thing about digestion, digestion जो होगा, it is going to be extracellular type of digestion, that means digestive juices will be secreted. In the diagram you can also see the digestive glands which will release the enzymes, and they will be digested into the lumen, and they are also going to have stomach that can be used for digestion. Now about respiration, the respiration can be found in very different types depending upon कि उनका class कौन सा है. So depending upon the class of the organism, the type of respiration will change. So कुछ organisms में आपको दिख सकता है respiratory brachial tree type. So you can see in the first photograph over here the brachial tree type, which is going to be having the type that we have in our lungs. So अपने lungs में जैसे होता है brachial tree, similar type of that tree can be found in these organisms. Or they can also have peristomal gills, they can have tube feet. So tube feet के लिए you can have this particular diagram, wherein because of the thin walls of the tube feet, oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange can occur. Then about dermal brachia जो होता है, it is going to be soft bumps. What are these? These are soft bumps which are going to absorb oxygen, and these are going to absorb oxygen from where? एक ही source है, that is from the water that is surrounding them. So these are nothing but going to be your dermal brachia. So even these can be found and be helpful for the respiratory process. And the last one, that is genital bursa. So you can also see, so these yellow colored dots that you can observe, these yellow dots are nothing but going to be about the respiratory process related genital bursa. So that was about the process of respiration. Moving ahead to understand circulation, so circulatory system जो होगा, it is going to be open time, that means there is going to be less efficiency. So these organisms will not have a much higher movement rate. उनके पास pumping organ, heart will be absent. They will have any pigments, so they will have colorless type of blood because pigment is absent. Then these are going to have circulation with also the help of a hemal or perihemal system. So if you see in the diagram, how is this? So first of all, you are going to have a boral hemal ring. You can have the oral hemal ring, you can have gastric hemal ring. All these are going to be nothing but rings that are going to help in circulation. The entire body is a star shaped body. So star shaped body hai, so there are going to be these hexagonal type of rings that are going to be connected, and these will form your circulatory system. So for example, ये हो गया हमारा aboral surface और ये हो गया oral surface. So these are nothing but going to get attached, forming these little rings. Now about excretion जो होगा, there is no such special system that is going to be found, so that is absent. Excretory products जो होंगे, these are going to get excreted because of the diffusion. So they will get diffused into the coelomic fluid from the tissues, and finally from the coelomic fluid, जैसे water vascular system से water आएगा, from that it will be thrown out of the body. So that simple process of diffusion is going to help for the excretion procedure. ऐसा कोई very special type of system is not going to be found. Now about nervous system is going to be a very primitive type. Primitive hai because these are benthic organisms, that means they live on the depth of the sea. Depth of the sea pe hai, depth of the ocean pe hai, that is near the ground or bed of the sea. So since itne नीचे, they do not have any risk of other organisms also, the nervous system itna develop nahi hua. Also their sensory system also did not develop well. Only few sensory parts have been developed कि उनके पास छोटे छोटे tentacles है, which can be for sensory purpose. तो टच के लिए सेंस कर सकते हैं. They can have a red spot, very important. They will have this red spot. This red spot is going to act for the photoreception. So that is nothing but a photoreceptor, और उसकी वजह से उसको eye spot भी बोलते हैं. So if you can see about the nervous system in the diagram, nervous system बहुत primitive है. That means in the center near the mouth and the anus you will find this nerve ring. और nerve ring से the neurons are going to get spreaded all over the 5 arms forming the radial nerve. बस इतना सिंपल सा नर्वस सिस्टम होगा इनके पास. एंड इफ यू कैन नोटिस ओवर हियर देयर इज गोइंग टू बी अ रेड स्पॉट एट द base of the tentacles, that is going to be the eye spot. Now this for the photoreception, so जो light आएगा to detect light, this eye spot or red spot is going to be used. Now about the skeleton, तो skeleton जो होगा it is going to be made out from the interlocking of calcium carbonate plates. अब calcium carbonate plates जो है these are nothing but called as ossicles, and these ossicles are going to be present जिसकी वजह से endoskeleton बनेगा. So that is going to be a characteristic feature for the name echinoderms. उनके पास spines भी हो सकते हैं, so you can see over here how the spines are going to be present. So the spines are going to be distinct, वो अलग अलग होंगे, and these separated spines can also move. So these are distinct, these are very much visible, and they are going to move. अब ये जो skeleton है, the skeleton is going to be enclosed under the epidermis forming the endoskeleton which will originate from the mesoderm. जैसे हमारा chordates का skeletal system mesoderm से originate होता है, similarly even the echinoderms endoskeleton is going to originate from the mesoderm. So that was 3 little points, that is presence of ossicles, about spines which are going to be made up of calcium carbonate, and they will be having endoskeleton originating from the mesoderm. Now about reproduction, these are going to be dioecious, that means the sexes are going to be separate, that is male and female organs are going to be in different organisms. These are going to reproduce sexually, that means gamete formation and fertilizations will be involved. And a very important point, that is sexual dimorphism is absent, that is male and female cannot be distinguished or they cannot be differentiated on the basis of visual appearance. Okay, when you visualize them on visual characteristics, आपको ये male है या female है, you will not be able to understand, that is sexual dimorphism is going to be absent. Fertilization, when the gametes are released, they will be released in the water simultaneously and the external fertilization will occur. Development in direct form में होगा with different types of larvas. One of the larva that is mostly asked, that is Bipinnaria larva found in Asterias, that is nothing but starfish. Okay, so this is one of the larva, और ये larva जो होगा, this larva is going to be nothing but bilaterally symmetrical, and bilaterally symmetrical. Now as you have seen many different properties or different characteristics of echinoderms, तो you must have seen or noticed कि इनके पास ऐसे कुछ खास very well developed organs या organ systems नहीं है. These are going to be very primitive, very simple type of structures, and because of that, as I told you previously also, there is going to be a retrogressive development that is going to be seen in the case of echinoderms. So again repeating this, because retrogressive development is going to be an important point to remember. Now if you can see in the photograph as well, आपको ये larva जो है, आप ये larva को you can divide it in this bilaterally symmetrical, that is left and right equal halves. So that is nothing but the bilaterally symmetrical Bipinnaria larva. Now about regeneration property. So these echinoderms, that is the first class, that is wherein the starfish are involved. Starfish में regeneration property बहुत अच्छे तरीके से found है, and these are also going to have a special property, that is autonomy. Autonomy means it have a self-cutting property, and this self-cutting property की वजह से the cut portion can be used as regenerative property. So if you can see in this little part, वो organism अपने arms को खुद ही बाहर फेंक देगा, automatically it will be getting self cut, and that self cut is nothing but going to be used as a regeneration organ. So that was about the characteristic of regeneration. Now about similarities with chordates. Chordates के साथ echinoderms बहुत ज़्यादा close होते हैं in their characteristics. Because of that, you can also remember from the first class of this chapter, I had told you कि man is going to be much more closer to echinoderms when invertebrates are considered. So invertebrates में if you compare it, that where the man is more closer, so from invertebrates, echinoderms, these echinoderms are going to be much more closer. So man is closer in evolution to echinoderms. So that is a little point. So how are these going to be very close? What are the points that make them closer to chordates? That is first point, that is they have a tube within a tube body plan. Tube within a tube है, that means they will have two opening, anus and mouth. जो first opening develop होगा, that will be anus. So anus is going to develop first, that is deuterostomic evolution. Deutero, that means second, and stoma means mouth. So mouth will be formed on the second number, first will be formed, that is anus. So same type of evolution is also found in the case of chordates. बाकी के सब जो होते हैं invertebrates, majorly they are going to be protostomic. Protostomic, that means they will be having mouth formation first from the first pore, that is blastopore. So blastopore सबसे पहले अगर mouth में form होता है, that is protostomic. So protostomic is foundly in mainly in the invertebrates, but echinoderms में deuterostomic होने की वजह से these are going to get much more closer to chordates. Then these are going to have true coelom, and true coelom also the name, that is enterocoelom, also found in chordates. They will have mesodermally originated skeleton, which will be made up of calcareous plates or ossicles. So calcareous है, that means they will have calcium. So even chordates have calcium made endoskeleton, that is mesodermally origin. So because of these 4 points, these are going to be much more similar to the chordates. Now about the examples of echinodermata. First example, that is Asterias, that is going to be important, that is starfish. Then you can see about brittle star. So अगर आप अच्छे से देख पा रहे हो, both are going to be star shaped, but what is the difference? Starfish जो हो गए, they will have the arms which are going to be much more muscular and thickly found. Whereas if you see for the brittle star के जो arms होंगे, the distance between the two arms is going to be increased. And if you see over here, the distance is narrower. अब जैसे आर्म्स पतले होंगे वैसे डिस्टेंस बढ़ते जाएगा, दैट इज अबाउट ब्रिटल स्टार. So all these arms are also going to be very well separated. जबकि starfish के arms कैसे, these are all very much connected to the center of the body, but in the brittle star the center is going to be a bit varying from the other 5 arms. फिर globular structure में you can have sea urchins. Then you can have heart urchin, that is echinocardium. So cardium is heart, and echinocea you can identify that it comes from the echinodermata phylum. Then holothua, which is going to be the sea cucumber, which is going to have a tube-like body or a cylindrical body, that is sea cucumber. इसके साथ sea cucumber का you can have one more example, that is cucumeria. Cucumeria is also going to be a sea cucumber, that is the other example. So you can have sea cucumber, that is Eulothuria, or you can have cucumeria, both are going to be sea cucumbers. Or finally there is Antedon. Antedon is also a very important example. So Antedon and Asterias, these two are comparatively much more important than the other 4 examples. So Antedon क्या है? Antedon is feather star sea lily. So sea lily is again important to remember because a sea lily is going to be echinoderm. Starfish is going to be important. So this also is going to be star shaped. So here also you can see a little difference कि starfish में कैसा था, arms were much more attached to each other. Brittle star में वो कम हो गया, and now in this feather star again that distance has been reduced and these arms are going to be much more separated from each other. So that makes the difference even between the star shaped body. So starfish, brittle star और feather star भी बहुत different होते हैं, but generally these are going to be star like creatures. So that was about the examples of echinodermata. Now, as you have completed all the theory portion and the characteristics examples को सब पढ़ लिया, now it is important you to understand and apply that knowledge to solve MCQs. So these are 5. You can solve many more. If you feel like to share other questions जब आप solve करोगे, आपको कोई question अच्छा लगता है, then you can share your questions. So share your questions that you solve, that you like and would love to share us on our channel. Then share your questions in the comment section, that will be appreciated. You can also add your answers for these particular questions in the comments section down below, and that would give you a chance for a healthy discussion on a platform of biophilia. So that was about this. So if you like our videos that helps you in any way to understand these topics, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and we will come back soon with the new part of these chapters as well as new chapters on our channel. Till we come back, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay connected with biophilia. Till then, bye bye everyone. Keep studying, keep smiling. Thank you.